about. So, nowadays, this is the nuclear power that creates the most debates. Indeed, with a big example of Fukushima, clearly. All over the world, actually there is 423 reactors in operation worldwide. And there is so much fear linked to this power. So, of course, everybody wants to stop this kind of power. So, I will ask you a question. Who here doesn't want to stop nuclear power? And who does?
I do.
Okay, so
Yeah.
almost everybody. So, indeed, me, I'm like you, I want to stop this nuclear power. But before to say that, we have one question to answer. It is, we have to wonder if the nuclear power, if we can stop using it. Currently, it is possible or not. And my answer is no. So don't mistake, I'm not for nuclear power, but I think that we can't stop it actually. So, of course, you can say to me that renewable energy are growing today, as we can see here. So let me explain you this. Here in yellow, you've got the solar energy, you know. Here in blue, the wind energy, with wind turbine. Here in red you've got the geothermal energy, it's when you use the energy from the earth. And then in red you've got the biomass energy, it's when you're burning something like food to create energy. So we can see here that this kind of energy is really growing, that we produce more and more of it. So you could tell me that renewable energy are growing, so we could replace nuclear power. You can tell me too that it's more healthy, there are less risks, and if governments were okay, we could delete nuclear and only use renewable energy. But no, clearly. And now I will explain you why with my arguments. So my first reason is that we can't replace nuclear energy. Because first, renewable energy takes too much place. So we will make a really short calculation. We know that for replace one reactor nuclear, we need 2,400 wind turbine. So it's big. And we know that we need 800 kilometers to place all these turbines on. So, if we want to replace one reactor, we need all these coasts, so all the southeast coast of France and all the coast of Corsica. So it's really big. And we know that there are 423 reactors worldwide, so we will need really much place. And you know that there are mountains, and there are places where we can't put all this. So, for my first argument, renewable energy takes too much place, so we can't replace nuclear power by renewable energy. But you could tell me that we can replace by anything else. But first, I will show you another problem of renewable energy. So here, you've got the consumption of energy. Here, it's in a high summer demand day, so you've got a peak of consumption, and here it's a high winter demand day. So here you've got two peaks of consumption, in summer and in winter, okay? And because we can't stock energy of renewable energy, and renewable energy can't answer to this peak of consumption, do you know? So, it's another point to show you that we can't replace nuclear power that we can stock to renewable energy. But as I told you, we can replace by anything else. But I will say to you that we can't replace by anything else because first we are really dependent of nuclear power. So I will show you with this. This is the structure of electricity production in 2009. So here we've got the fossil source of energy, that is a big part, more than the 50%. By fossil energy I mean oil and coal. Okay? Then you've got the hydropower with 16% and the nuclear at the third place with 13%. So you can tell me we could replace it by fossil energy and by hydraulic energy. First, for fossil, I will tell you that it creates too much pollution. And with hydraulic energy, I will tell you that we can't create more hydraulic production because already all the rivers are taken. So, and besides, for fossil, if we want to pollute it, if we don't care of pollution, I can tell you that since a few years we don't discover fossil reserves. Here you've got the discovery in function of consumption. So when it's here, we discover more than we consume. And here, since 1980, we consume more than we discover. So the fossil energy will disappear, clearly, because we consume more than we have reserves. And with it, it is the reserves, and the reserves are using, so they are going down, as you can see here. So just to explain you more, because it's a bit of this chart, here you've got all the conventional reserves. So in Europe, in the Russia, in USA, etc. And here you've got all the other reserves that are in polar, and natural gas liquids, and heavy oil. So it's two kinds of reserves, okay? And here it's a forecast. So here we are in 2010, and we can see that it's going down, all that reserve, because we are more and more on Earth, and we consume more and more, of course. So, to conclude, we have seen that we can't stop using nuclear energy because we can't replace it by anything else, not by renewable energy because they have too much place, and not by fossil energy or hydraulic energy because reserves are going down. So, to open your mind, I can tell that the only problem with nuclear energy is the risk because there isn't really pollution. I know that there is a big pollution because nuclear energy creates something that we can't delete, that we stock under Earth, for example, but it does not create pollution as a fossil energy with CO2, etc. So, to finish, I conclude with a quotation of Michel Burgess, that is a congressman. This is the US representative for Texas, the 26th Congressional District. And he said that nuclear power will help provide that our growing economy needs without increasing emission. So this is truly an environmentally responsible source of energy. So maybe it shocks you, but for the moment he is right. And so I repeat you that I'm not pro-nuclear, but I think that nowadays we can change.
We can't.
We can't change.
Mm.